Hello everyone, welcome back to my crafting channel. These books have me hooked. I've got to make another one. While I was working, I just kept thinking about doing a porch. I've just, I just got to do another one. I just got to do another one. So that's what I'm working on today. So right now I'm getting the pages connected together with a brad. And while I'm doing this, I'm trying to keep the book at a 90-degree angle so the pages line up, because if you kind of move them around while you're punching the hole, sometimes the brad has a hard time finding its way through all those pages. So I'm trying to hold the page. I grab a decent amount, like 1/8 of an inch, and I'll punch a hole in those, and then I'll kind of mark the pages behind it and then do it again and keep repeating it. So this is how I try to get the hole to line up. And once we get the pages secure, I'm grabbing an 8-inch by 8-inch canvas, and right now I'm just shoring it up and making it a little bit sturdier. So I'm going to glue cardboard to it in a few layers, and I'm going to glue cardboard underneath of it too, and that just, between the glue and all the cardboard layers, it strengthens the center of the canvas so it's not bouncy and kind of like moving on you when you're working on it. And I save all my cereal boxes to use all the cardboard for all the crafting that I do, because it all gets used somehow or another. So now I'm gluing the cardboard onto the back. And this is a little bit stiffer cardboard, so it helps keep the center from bouncing around. And I had one more sheet of, looks like a barnwood flooring, or, you would use it on the walls. But I need to make it a little bit smaller. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to draw several lines on it to make it look smaller than what it actually is. So when I put it on the canvas, it looks like the floor of a porch. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just going to take the pencil and kind of like make it look like there's several boards that are smaller. And now I'm attaching the book. The book fits perfect that I have on this 8 inch by 8 inch piece of canvas. And this little thing that I'm gluing on there is actually a little mailbox. It's a puffy sticker that I had gotten at the Dollar Tree. All this stuff is from the Dollar Tree that I'm putting on this. And this, I put a key on one side, and then I have this door, but this door actually needs to be a little bit taller. So I'm trying to figure out where I want to place it. And then I'm going to take the door and cut it straight across the top and add, because I had two of them, and add another piece from the other door to make it a little bit taller. So there in the picture you can see that it's a little bit taller. Plus I put a piece on top. If you look at the old doors, you know, they have the extra trim and everything. So, but it's all those puffy stickers from the Dollar Tree. And then I had this round medallion that was with that door, and I thought, well, some of the old houses do have like a round window, so I just put it above the door. And it looked all right to me. Now I've flipped the book and I'm working on the window, and I'm actually using the rest of the door that was left over from the piece I cut off as the window. Because sometimes the windows, you know, you have decorative like shutters or whatnot. So I just thought, we'll just use that and match the door. But I had a piece to go on the bottom for framing, and then I had another piece to match the top of what I put on top of the door, and I was putting on top of the window. So it kind of matches all up nicely. Then I found two planners that matched. So I'm going to glue them on each side of the door. And these are also puffy stickers. Now I have a piece of cardboard, a round piece of cardboard, and I have this like a green, I don't know if it's called raffia, but it's a different, I don't even know where I got it, but I'm kind of using it as a carpet. I'm making a carpet for in front of the door just to use some of it up because I've had it forever. And it's soft and flexible, so it's easy to make a round circle with it with the glue gun. Every time I'm at the stores, whether it be Walmart, um, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, if I ever see greenery and fake plants that are very small, I try to grab them and keep them on hand because this works perfect for filling in on these little miniatures. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gluing all these little pieces of greenery and fake plant to the book above the planner, and then that kind of looks like a 3D effect when you look at it. And it turns out really well. I use a little bit of the reindeer moss, and then I poke some more of the leaves into it to make it stick out, so it looks like, you know, a real plant coming out of it. Now I'm going to do the same thing underneath of the window, like a window box. And I'm just going to glue it directly onto the bottom trim piece. But right now I'm just cutting all the tips off of all the plants that were left over and getting it ready to glue on. And now I'm building a little bench for underneath of the window. I've already done the little frame. And excuse my head, for some reason I leaned forward too far. But right now I'm just cutting the top of the seat part. And then I'm using ink to ink the wood a little bit just to stain it. Instead of painting everything and getting my paint out, it's just so much more convenient. And I'm going to put a trellis above this porch. So what I'm doing, I'm just rubbing the ink on all of the skewers. And I do have like a smaller dowel bar that I'm using for framing. But on top, the part that I have on top will be out of the skewers. One thing nice when you're using the deer moss, the reindeer moss, it kind of helps hold stuff together, even like on the corners. It holds the book tighter to, I try to use it to glue the book closed and hold it together. And even for just holding the trellis on, it kind of helps hold the trellis on better because there's not a whole lot of glue holding the wood on. So the reindeer moss kind of helps like encase all that. I wanted to do a railing, so that's what I'm working on right now. I'm just using popsicle sticks and skewers, making a little railing to go on the whole one side and then partial on the other side, because I want to make that like a step down and with a handrail. Now I'm making a little plant, a planter. And what I used was just water bottle lids. I glued two together, and then I took the small jute that I had and was gluing the jute around to cover the lid up. And then I just put a little reindeer moss in there, and then I glue in all the little branches of the greenery to make it look like a little plant. And then on some of them I added some flowers. And then to finish up the project, I wanted to add a little curtain to the corner of the trellis. So I had a little white lace and it had some sculpture. It's sculpted on the bottom. So I just measured what I needed and I took a popsicle stick, cut it in half, and I'm just working the glue. I'm gluing and gathering it. And then I'm just trimming the top part off, and then I'm going to glue it to the top of the trellis in the corner. The one is already up now. And then I'll just gather it and tie jute around it. And this is the cutest little porch. And this is the finished product with everything assembled. And I'm just calling it the porch. I did have somebody ask to slow the videos down, so hopefully this is slowed down enough. And if you need to slow it down even more, you can pause it if you're needing to get ideas or if you're trying to build one while you're watching the video. But I thank everyone for all the subscriptions and for all the views and likes and comments. And I hope this inspires you to take a book and just have at it. Bye bye.